running.
Look, I tell you what. Look, folks, you gotta calm down. We only have the room for an hour. The Berkowitz bar mitzvah comes in at 12:30, and we gotta be out of here. What's happening? Boy, you're in a good mood tonight. Obviously, nobody here has an IRA account in the Ohio Savings and Loan. I heard a new song on the top 40 today. Why, oh, did I ever bank in Ohio? It's coming on. Boy, aren't you gorgeous tonight?
I'm ready.
That is a, what are you, robin's egg? Robin's egg blue.
Right. Yeah. This is my swing into spring. I mean,
Boy, you're swinging in the spring, all right. Nice outfit.
Or mince into spring, either one.
Are you a little light in the loafers tonight, or what? Anyway, this is going to be fun tonight. We've got a good show. This is The Tonight Show, the show that comes into your bedroom, gives you a choice. Of watching me or following Dr. Ruth Westheimer's suggestions. Either way. Also, this is the show that asks the burning question, why is it whenever you leave a car wash, your radio's been switched to a Spanish station? Well, the big news, at least in Hollywood, still is on the financial pages. A lot of things have been going on. Half of one of the big studios has been sold. Did you hear that? The publisher, Rupert, is that his name? Yeah. Rupert Murdoch, paid $162 million for 10 centuries of 20th Century Fox. Yeah, Murdoch, I guess he owns the New York Daily News, New York Post, now has bought half of 20th Century Fox. He has a foothold now in Hollywood. In retaliation, Bob Hope just bought New York. I guess now that splits the ownership of 20th Century. Half of it's owned by oil man Marvin Davis, and now half of it is owned by Rupert Murdoch, who's a big baron in the press. And they're thinking of changing the name of the studio to Tycoons Are Us. I wish they hadn't thought of that. So that could catch on. People, grabbing up networks and stuff like that. Rolling Stone magazine is thinking of buying the Public Broadcasting Network. That ought to be nice. And they changed the name of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood to Fred Baby's Neighborhood. Where did I lose you? Have you heard the latest rumors? Since ABC has been sold, rumors are that CBS may be taken over. I'm going to tell you something. I don't care what anybody else offers. I am not selling NBC. Or my half of NBC, I forgot. Anyway, speaking of money, it's only 3 weeks until the fateful day, April the 15th, income tax time. You done yours yet?
Not yet.
You haven't? You only got 3 weeks. Yeah. I've recommended to you years my tax man. You've got you. Why don't you go to the guy I go to? H&R Goneff. Goneff takes advantage of every tax deduction. He steals your car so you have a casualty loss. And he makes this promise, H&R Goneff. If you go to prison, he gets you a job in the library. Here's an interesting thing. I had a letter from I wish I'd brought it down tonight. I can't think of his name. A professor in Southern California, University of Southern California, saying that I've been mispronouncing the new Russian leader's name wrong. Now, I picked it up from what I heard on television. The newscasters called it, how would you say it? Gorbachev.
Gorbachev?
He says it's Gorbachev. Gorbachev. Mikhail Gorbachev. But he said also that accepted American pronunciation is Gorbachev. That's a lot easier, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know why I brought this up. It's kind of a little lesson I do during the monologue. So people will think this is also an educational show. But anyway, did you read that, I'm going to say Gorbachev, it's easier. The new Russian leader is a big fan of American jazz? Yeah. Now, do you find it a chilling thought that our piano player, Ross Tompkins, could be the key to arms negotiations? Let Ross talk with him a while. Hey, Gorby. No, the Russian leader sounds hipper than ours. Nothing against President Reagan, but, you know, Gorbachev is grooving to jazz. Reagan is sending away for the Jim Neighbors collection. Not available in stores. Of course, Russia isn't known, let's be honest, for their great jazz musicians. Their most popular musician there is Ivan Zoot Petrovsky. That's right. Zoot Petrovsky, who makes music by getting undressed and sitting up and down on a vinyl couch. Zoot Petrovsky? Anyway, a nice, interesting story in the paper today about President Reagan, whom everybody's aware wears a hearing aid, like millions of people do. He is wearing another hearing aid. Did you see that today? In the other ear, they say his hearing is not deteriorated, but he's wearing it to balance. That's what he said, to balance his hearing. No, if he could just balance the spending. I don't see why the president needs hearing aids in both ears. He never listened to anyone on the left. That's nice. Our president is now going stereo, which is great. Oh, you shouldn't make a fuss about that. I mean, I remember when Jerry Ford had curb feelers on both ears. That's right. Anyway, tonight we got a good show for you. We have Miss Candace Bergen with us this evening. Very funny actor you probably best remember from WKRP in Cincinnati, Tim Reed. He's here. And they say vaudeville is dead? Not quite. We got a great vaudeville act for you tonight. His name is George Carl, and I will tell you no more about George Carl. And I think we also have a salute, being the 300th anniversary, I guess, of Johann Sebastian Bach, right?
Right.
Would have been 300, I guess, if he had been living today. Is that right?
He would be 300 years old today.
Okay, we have a musical tribute to...
Will we be getting it in? Will we actually do it, do you think?
Of course, we've scheduled it on the show.
Well, many times we've scheduled band members.
That's true. From time to time, the band has, spent a lot of time putting something special together, and
But if you miss it today.
Another 300 years.
If you keep talking about it, you won't get it in. The tribute has been cut in half right now. No. A salute to good old Johann Sebastian Bach, which we will be coming up shortly. I know you're choked up about that. So stay where you are. We'll be back in a moment. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Introducing a breakthrough in the care of women with urinary incontinence. Introducing the Pure Wick Urine Collection System. The Pure Wick system works outside the body to absorb and wick urine away easily and effectively, helping to keep skin.
Chime today at chime.com.
Well, there you go again, George. You forgot to read Gerald Gardner's books. He takes a lot of photo books.
Direct deposit hits, 10% of that goes into my savings account without even me knowing. There's times when I check my savings account and there's hundreds of dollars in there. Why? Because Chime did all the work for me.
Start banking with Chime today at chime.com.
Hello there.
What a crowd.
Okay. Folks, you keep applauding like to Johann Sebastian Bach. A lot of your fans here, Doc. Anyway, I'm sure you're familiar with Gerald Gardner's books. He takes a lot of photo books that are taken, I guess, by press photographers during the year. And he's had a number of very successful books. They're called Who's in Charge here. This is the 1984 edition. What we did, we took some of the photos in Gerald's book, we blew them up, and tried to figure out what they might be saying. We give them captions, little balloons. These are legitimate photographs. Now, if you can see this, watch the monitors. You may have to go a little closer. It's Nancy sitting on the president's lap, and the president is saying, "Well, now I'll make Nancy talk while I drink a glass of water." Gerald Ford is saying, "We won $100,000 from Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes." Jimmy Carter. I'm sorry, miss. I thought this was a voting booth. I don't do a good Nancy Reagan, so I'll just have to do this. Well, that's an unusual question, but this is how you hold a meatloaf. Now, I should have Tim Reed to actually do this caption. Jesse Jackson.
I've reversed my stand on the liquor tax.
There's a Reagan in the family watching TV, and the president is speaking. "Boy, look at Bullwinkle. I think I'll name him to my cabinet." President again. "Well, there you go again, George. You forgot where you parked the car." Tip O'Neill, makeup woman, is speaking. "Okay, Tip, as soon as we scrape this pizza off, we'll bring you your order of fried whale." Gerald Ford, can you see the whole picture? There's more than one way to get back in the White House. Elizabeth Taylor, Henry Kissinger. No, he isn't great looking, but he does have a deeper voice than Eddie Fisher. I see, you're right there. All right, can you see the whole background? You can have all this, or you can trade it in for what's behind curtain number 1. Princess Charles' wedding. Charles is speaking. "Diana, I think you've got some toilet tissue stuck to your shoe." Nancy, you want to get the Secret Service? My zipper's caught in the sunroof. My fellow klutzes. Dolly Parton with Jimmy Carter. Dolly, somehow you remind me of both houses of Congress. To all the girls I've loved before. Okay, thank you. We'll be back in a moment with a salute. That's right, folks, to Johann Sebastian Bach on the anniversary of his 300th birthday. And George Carl will then join us. Stay where you are.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow.